where the hammers play, born to follow the claret and blue way. From Upton Park, where our spirit stays, to London the stadium, we sing today. Pie, mash and liquor, proper fare, football and family all doing our share. Community, passion, pride, side by side. West Ham forever, East and pride. Hosted by Papa, Dougie and Stu. Three proper hammers, tried and true. West Ham 1895, West Ham 1895. Claret and blue, we're alive. Come on you Irons, come on you Irons, come on you Irons. Come on you Irons. Dougie says hard work beats talent. When talent doesn't work, Papa shouts, what the hell's wrong with you? Where's the testicular fortitude? Stu kicks off, shaking his head. That performance boils my piss. He said, no sugar coating, no fancy spin, just proper football. Thick and thin, whoa. West Ham 1895, West Ham 1895. Claret and blue, we're alive. Come on you Irons, come on you Irons, come on you Irons. Come on you Irons.
Well, good afternoon, my two brothers, and what a great day it is to be an Hammer. Good afternoon, Stu.
Good afternoon, Dougie. Good afternoon.
Good
Puff.
afternoon, Martin.
Afternoon, gents. Happy Tuesday, Wednesday even.
Yeah, Wednesday.
I've got to tell you guys, yesterday, I pointed to that yesterday. I went, we need to show some pride and some passion. What I forgot to say we should have had next door to it was youth and enthusiasm. We all spoke about what squad or what team we would like to put out. Did he do it because he wanted to guard the players? Did he do it because he thought, if we lose, I don't care. But who cares? An absolutely magnificent display from the West Ham Young Guns. And we smashed the Saints 4-1. I don't know what happened to their fans. Did they get lost on the way to the ground? Because all you could hear was the West Ham fans everywhere. And it was almost deserted. But we're not going to go with that. Let's go with the lineup. Martin, do you remember the lineup?
Yeah, we had a young Finn Herrick in goal. We had Veltman at right back. Dolan Beckis, centre half with Kilman. And Myers at left back. We had Ajala on the left. Kante and Orford in the middle. With La Madrid on the right. With Mukasa and Peru up top.
Yeah.
Although Mukasa was playing more in the 10 role.
Yeah. I was well pleased with that lineup when I saw that. I was so shocked to see all the academy boys in there. It's what I wanted, you know. And I've been shouting for Herrick in goal and you know what I mean? So
I agree. We did. You know, the game started. I was actually working, so I watched the game back. I tried to watch it back when I got in. When I put YouTube on last night, I put in the highlights, and there was all these highlights coming up, like FIFA games. People were putting them up as if it was like a FIFA game. I was getting right up with myself, so I got up 4 o'clock this morning and found it and watched it. And I know I'm sad, aren't I? And when I see that young, I don't know where he come from. That Ciencia, was it his name for Southampton? The bloke who scored their first goal. He looked really good, didn't he? You know, and he cut across the area. He done like a Bowen in reverse, didn't he? You know, where Bowen cuts in one way, he cut the other way. I mean, there was 4 of our players. And if I'd have been watching it live, I'd have thought, oh, God, here we go again. It went in. But unlike we do normally, where we just sort of cave in and we just take time to get going in, the youngsters grew into the game. We had pace. We had enthusiasm. We had people getting stuck in. We had people passing together. We actually looked at the moment, I know it's going to sound weird, more like a team than the first 2 teams that we've put out this season, Stu. You don't think?
I totally agree with you, mate. I totally agree with you. But I think it just goes down to what I've been saying all along. Them boys have been playing with one another for a few years now. So they know where they're going to be. They know what to do. And yes, the first 10 minutes was a bit, you know what I mean? A little bit slow. Well, we have to start slow, I don't know. But no fucking negativity today. Fucking brilliant performance. I am so proud of them lads. Every single fucking one of them. They put in a shift. I was a bit upset when he took the Jala off because I think that lad would have gone on and got hat trick last night. I think he should have left the Jala on to get his hat trick. But nevertheless, when he made the subs, we were winning. So bringing on the likes of Bowen and Solomon and Ingles and all that, we was already winning. So he wasn't bringing them on to win the game because we was already winning and we were controlling the game anyway. So.
I've got to agree with you, but do you know what surprised me? We spoke yesterday about I've always said that back two is very important. That in the spine of your team, you need a two that's going to work together. You would have never believed that that was Kilman and Golombekis' first game because he was outstanding, wasn't he? As was the keeper. I thought it was marshalling the defence, like Stu said, shouting and hollering. Veltman, I thought he was a revelation at right back. Yeah. I thought he was brilliant, mate.
Every time Golombekis went forward, Veltman dropped in, covered for him. You know what I mean? It was fucking absolute wonderful to watch. I just hope he can do the fucking same against Watford.
Martin, when we, coming up to the Watford game, there's a poser for you. Would you keep that back four as it was?
I think Veltman deserves a start. I don't think Walker Peters has been particularly outstanding so far. I think it's just shown that, sadly for Walker Peters, he just gets relegated with teams, and he has a couple of games where he looks all right, but I think he's bang average, if I'm being brutally honest. Veltman is a leader, 34 years old, but I mean, you wouldn't have thought so looking at the way that he played last night. I thought he put in a fantastic performance. I think Golombekis, what I don't want us to all is to get carried away with our pixie dust and fairy fast claret and blue army glasses on and think, things are going to magically turn a corner at this point just because we've had a good game. These are still, Golombekis is only 18 years old, but I've been ranting about this bloke for a good year and a half.
He's your precious.
He's fantastic. I love watching him play. I'd like to see him start again, whether that's with Dinos or whether it's with Kilman. I don't think Kilman had a bad game last night. Myers did everything that we say he does. He's a quality defender and he looks to get forward. And the link-up play between these lads, you can see that they play, just like Stu said before. Yeah. It's obvious that they play together. But in answer to your question, that back line, would I play it again? I would do. I think it'd be hard to keep Dinos out.
I agree with you, really. But, do you think, right, I know we've done a lot of psychological stuff ourselves with the psych. When we've come down, the team's come down. Whether a lot of these players, it's been put around that they was all Charlie big boys, the ones that stayed, we're going to walk this league, we're going to be better than anyone else there. But I do think you start to lack confidence. And I think, as the season went by, then we went down. They've had to go through that summer. No doubt they get stick. Not that matters, but it's a psyche that when you come down, was we that bad? And of course we've started as we are. Whereas with the youngsters last night, there was none of that, was there? No. I've not seen a positive, polished performance like that for a long time, and it was such a shock. So lovely to see. You can talk about your pixie dust and fairies all you like, mine, but I'll be living on this, and giving it that to everyone that's been sending me jokes about West Ham for the last 2 weeks. I don't care, mate. It was fantastic. And you can do what you want, right? And you can get older, you can lose your pace. We've said about reading the game. But what you can never beat is youth and passion with pride. And that's what they had last night. You should want to be East End royalty. When you pull that top on, how many players get a chance to do that in their lifetime? Yeah, it's our team, so we're going to say that. But it doesn't matter what team you put it on. Yeah. Once you pull that shirt on, you're doing it. I mean, I've got to mention before we carry on with the team, come on, mate, our away fans. Stu, they reckon they got 3,000 tickets. It was said that it could have been up to 9,000 because most of the Southampton fans, I don't know whether they're Grizzly Bears and they've gone in hibernation, mate, but there was an old stand shut down, wasn't it? Stu, tell me something about our fans. Come on, we've got to say some positive.
What more can I say? We've got the best fans, mate. The fucking best fans by far. away fans, especially. You know, you could hear them the whole fucking time singing their hearts out, and you know, it was just good to hear. You could tell that they were in a good mood because the football was being played. They were seeing something they were enjoying, and I said before, it generates. You know, the fans. They were the 12th man last night. They literally were the 12th man last night. And big up to everybody that went last night. Every West Ham fan that went down there. Big up to you boys. You know, I mean, you've done us fucking proud. You've done the club proud of fucking passion and pride. You were East End. You showed what the East End was about last night. You give it your fucking all. Big up the fucking away fans. Fucking love the lot of you. Well,
you know what's funny, Stu? Like there was a load of our fans in the away ends, weren't there? Now, probably for those of you that didn't go when I know here we go again. He's harping on again about when we used to go and try and get in the away fans. You had to learn the away fans team, didn't you, Stu? You had to learn who their captain was. You had to learn because when you went, you could pay on the door. Then you know we had to get the old bill where you come around here. Yeah, of course. Who's the captain then? Who's the manager then? And you got to hope you had a good memory to get in. It was magnificent. I'm trying to look along who I would pick out as my man of the match. Do you think it's fair if we mark them, or do we just give them all a 10?
I said to you earlier when we were talking, as far as I'm concerned, 8 upwards. Every single one of them, 8 upwards. You know, Jala was my star of the show last night. That lad, he's got something fucking special. He really has got something special in him, and I just hope we can see him grow over the years to become the fucking exceptional footballer I think he can be for West Ham.
It was the composure he showed, Stu. You know, the first goal wasn't it? You know, the second goal, you know, went in with it, didn't he? Slide it into, you know, he didn't rush, you know, like a lot of them will have known that have Nuno's eyes in the back of their head and Nuno thinking, are they going to be good enough? Are they not? Who knows what he's thinking? And by the way, there's no negativity against Mr. Nuno today. I did a survey sorry, just a minute. I did a survey among some friends of mine yesterday, like about 20 of us that I know, and I sent them all a thing. Nuno in, Nuno out, or would you rather he succeed, like, and stay in the job or not? And to a man, I'd say 60% said they want him out, but to a man, everyone said we want to see him succeed. Do you know? And I think that's what we all wanted. So, you know, congratulations for Nuno to putting that team out. Hopefully, he did it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Martin, who sort of really shone for you out there? It's difficult, really difficult.
I mean, I thought each man. I mean, if I'm to be harsh, I think Le Madrid was probably the worst out of all of them. But they're all fantastic, mate. I mean, I love centre halves. I think I've loved Dolan Beckis. I'm really drawn with him and Myers. I thought Ajala was just outstanding. Mukasa, for me, he showed what we're lacking. He was getting forward. He was driving. His passing was sensational. But I thought Lewis Orford, 2 assists. Yeah. There's a reason we rejected 15 million from Aston Villa for him last season or the season before. And there's probably a reason why we let Freddie Potts go, because I don't think Freddie Potts is as good as Orford. I really rate Orford. I thought he was fantastic. Yeah. Everyone, mate, everyone was fantastic.
He ran the midfield, didn't he, last night? He ran that midfield last night, Orford.
Yeah.
You know, and I was so pleased with Herrick. Yes, he made a bit of a boo-boo at one point, you know, when he was almost in the opposing half, like, you know what I mean? But I've been shouting to give that lad a chance, you know, and I was watching him. He was marshalling his defence. He was shouting at them. He was telling them where to go, what to do. You don't see that from Areola. You don't see that from fucking T-Rex himself, from Manson, you know, little arms. You know, he just, oh, mate, I can't praise him enough, the lads last night. Fucking.
I thought they all had a game, Stu. Veltman, I thought, played well. I thought the striker, the new striker we had, he really, you know, he held the ball. He went past people with the ball, didn't he? He had snapshots. And, you know, him and his little 1-2s with Veltman at times, and Veltman put him
Yeah.
through. He played some really good through balls, that Veltman, and the creativity. We said about pace,
He
but it's
set
no good having
Tatty up, didn't
pace. Yeah, but there's no good having pace if we've not got creativity. And I thought what we had in the team last night, we have lacked pace, let's be honest, we know that. But we had a lot of creativity. It's like you're saying with Walford, some people can do things simple and it don't look like they're doing spectacular things in a game. But that's when you really are a good football, when you can do hard things simple and don't make it like it, it's not. Like I said, with these little passes, I see the interchanges between Veltman and Peru. I thought it really could be a good base for us to kick on with, Martin.
Yeah, couldn't agree more, mate. Couldn't agree more. It was we've needed this. We've needed a result like this. I know you said about no negativity towards Nuno, and he deserves some credit because last night he got it right. Plain and simple. I ain't going to blow smoke up his arse because over a period of time it hasn't. But last night he got it right. So it was great to see them young men come on. And, not a prima donna amongst them. They want to wear the shirt. They're proud to wear the shirt. And they put in so much effort. It was fantastic. It was great to see. And I just hope we can take that into the Watford game.
Yeah, I agree. I think Ajala had a great. I mean, like I say, you don't really want to pick. I thought, it does start at the back. And I know Stu's going to roast me because he goes, we're going to score goals, Dougie. But I do think it starts. And we look so much more comfortable. Kilman as captain, did that bring anything to his game? Did you see him marshalling the defence? Or as like Stu said, was that down to the keeper?
When I saw the lineup and I saw captain, I was just like, my glasses were on the floor and I was just rubbing my head thinking, what the hell? I didn't particularly see him doing an awful lot. I don't particularly he was overly vocal, but I thought he had a good game, so he's not a captain in my eyes. I know who's Nuno's captain at Wolves, but for me, I think Herrick was drilling that back line.
Michael used to do it, didn't he? Do you remember Les Seeley years ago?
Yeah.
He was a lunatic, Les Seeley, didn't he? But he used to give it to the back four. Some players don't like the moaners, do they, the goalkeepers? But some people do. And if he marshals them and he pushes them out and he pulls them back, or obviously he can see more, can't he? Because he's looking out up front where some of the wide players, defenders are just looking in a certain... And I think it's a good thing. The man on. Do you remember years ago, the crowd would go, man on, didn't we? Everyone shouts handball at the same time. It's strange. It was almost a relief for me. Like when I got out the car, I had to go to work last night in my disco gear, doing a bit of Johnny Travolta for an hour. And I see we were 1-0 down. And I thought, God, please don't be on the telly because they put it on the screens, but obviously they don't have it on because we're belting out tunes. And I thought, don't be on the telly, don't, because I know I'm going to have to keep looking. And obviously when I come out, I couldn't believe it. It was just an elation, Martin. And I think as a team, as a club, for the start of our season, yes, we had the Pompey result, but I think it was just one of the best things that's going to happen to that, and it can only breed confidence. And the more confidence you get, the more trust they'll have in each players. And I just hope what Nuno should do, if he ain't going to play a lot of these boys, is make his team, his first team, whoever it's going to be, watch it, watch this replay, watch it again. No one hid. I've said it a million times because I keep saying about JWP, don't I? None of them players hid on the pitch last night. There was always an outlet for them. And when they weren't, they was going by it. And that's the difference. So get his first 11, say, watch this, watch how they played, learn from them. Because if you don't, they're going to have your spots.
Now, something you always say, Dougie, is if you're good enough, you're old enough.
Yeah.
What we saw last night was a group of players that are good enough.
Yeah.
So I don't want that to be one game and we don't see Ajala for the rest of the season, the odd 5-minute cameo or anything like that. We've seen that they're good enough. They should be on the bench week in, week out, if not getting the odd couple of starts from time to time.
Yeah.
We need to get minutes under their belt because that's the only way we're going to really truthfully see whether they've got it in them to go for a whole season and be good enough to wear our shirt. last night was a great start, but they got to kick on from that now.
Yeah, I agree. I see they'd given Ajala a 2-year extension to his contract, didn't they? And I hope a lot of them players there last night get the same sort of thing.
Well,
They get the extension to the contract.
Ajala joined the academy club last night, academy graduate club, didn't he? He joined Tony Cotty, Alan Dickens, Paul Ince, Junior Stanislas, Savron Hines, scoring on his debut. They're the only other ones that have ever scored on their debut, and they're all academy graduates. Right. Plus, he's the first academy graduate to get a brace as well. You know,
Excellent.
so and as I said, I reckon he would have gone on and got hat-trick if he had left him on. I think he would have scored another goal.
Yeah.
How nice is it though? Because they look hungry.
Yeah, they do.
That's what we saw last night, a hunger.
Yeah.
We haven't. We've been deprived of that for a long time, lads. We really have.
Yeah.
Being honest though, boys, like I watched a few podcasts before I went out. Watched ours 5 times to get the ratings up, a bit. But by the way, we'd like to thank everybody. We are overwhelmed that we've got this amount of subscribers in such a short time, and we're just at the beginning of our journey. So we truly do thank you so much. And if you want to come on, and we love your comments. When you see some of the podcasts that I watch have come out and gone, I'm not bothered about this cup, don't care, throw it. When you see that lineup, did you truly believe we could win it, Stu?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I did, mate. Yeah. I really truly believe that we were going to win it last night. I said to Darren when we went 1-0 down, I said, I ain't fussed. We're gonna win this game. I knew something inside me knew that we were going to win last night. Because even though we went 1-0 down, their heads didn't drop. They didn't start shuffling their feet like the main team do. Oh no, here we go again. They just carried on. If anything, it injected a bit more urgency into them. I can't praise them enough. I keep saying it, mate. I'm fucking over the moon. Today shouldn't be a happy day, but it is. It's a fucking happy day for me. I didn't expect to be this fucking happy today. Like I am, and I bet my boy, God rest his soul, up there, watched that last night. I bet he was jumping around like a fucking blue arse fire. I bet he had a few fucking runs and stuck his fingers up to the old fucking Almighty and said, "Fuck you, I'm having a drink. Come on, you boys." You know what I mean? And a split because he liked a joint as well. So.
No, mate, I think for the old club, like I said, Joe, from the ball downwards, we know there's pressure on everybody. And unfortunately, when we've said about it, the pressure comes from above and it comes down and down and then down and down through the club. And last night, the lads right at the bottom, they just turned it all upside down, turned the story upside down. I said to you yesterday, when you lose a game, an away game, and you've got to go home, don't you? It's not that much distance, but it's two hours in a car, isn't it? An hour, not in the train. You go home.
What headache Nuno's got now? What headache Nuno's got now? What is he going to do at the weekend? He's got a headache now.
It's a good headache to have, though, Stu, isn't it? It's a good headache.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. What a headache to have. Instead of a bad fucking headache, he's got a good headache now because he knows he's got some fucking boys there, they're not boys, young men, that can come on and do a fucking turn, do the business. Like Pup said, I just hope it's not a one-off. I just want to see more of them.
But we said we want 2 people for the positions, didn't we? Now we've got someone. If it's going to be Solomon, I don't care if it is or not, and Bowen on the other side. By the way, Martin, we've been told, I looked it up, that La Madrid been carrying an injury for quite a while now, so he's still not totally fit. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But there's backup there. And like I said to you, Veltman brought something to that defence. And we've said it before, you need someone that can steady that ship. And Golan Beckers, they just did something. What was the lad on the other side? Oh, Myers, weren't it? I was saying to Stu earlier on, does he look a little bit heavy to you, Martin? Because I don't know whether it's just his build. He's got like a chunky Traore build or something.
Well,
but he looks a bit heavy, isn't it? Yeah.
Nah, I think he's stocky, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a strong lad, mate. He's quick. He's quick as well, mate. I mean, he looks like he's got some meat on his bones, but don't be fooled into thinking that that's anything other than muscle and stuff, mate. He's a strong unit.
So you're Nuno, Martin. Saturday, what are you doing?
Wow. What am I doing? Well, I think he's going to revert back to type. I reckon these boys are going to be back on the bench. The people that were on the bench are going to be starting, so he'll probably have a Manson in goal, Walker Peters back, Scholes at left back, Kilman, Mavro, Engels, Kante, Orford, and Bowen on the right, Solomon on the left, and Peru up top.
Yeah.
Maybe he's going to go with just two because we were playing with three centre midfielders, weren't we? Yeah. Don't know, mate. Don't know.
I think Ajala deserves to stay in the team, Stu.
I think he does, yeah, but he's not going to drop Solly, you know. So I just think Ajala, he's got to fucking give him more minutes. And not just 2 minutes before the end. He's got to bring him on, do you know what I mean? And give him 15 minutes minimum. Give him a run out and keep giving him a run out. And I'd like to see him stick with them lads for the cup games. Keep Herrick as your cup goalkeeper now, because Areola, it doesn't look like Areola's ever going to play for us again, you know. I'd like Herrick in the first team, but that ain't going to happen yet. That won't happen. But keep him as our cup goalkeeper for now, and let's play this team every time in the cup, not just the League Cup, as I still call it, but in the FA Cup as well. Because as we remember, the last time we won the FA Cup, we was in the second division. And what division we in? Second division. So come on, you know what I mean? Let's give these cups a go. I know there's fucking people out there who say, "Oh, well, I don't want West Ham to win. I want us to fucking lose. We don't need the fucking extra games." Fuck off, you muppets. I never want to see West Ham lose. Never. Fucking never. It doesn't matter if we've got 100 fucking games to play. I don't want to watch us lose. I want to watch us fucking win. Go out there and fucking put in a performance like they did last night and win. So that gives us an extra game. So what? If you don't like it, go support Atkins and Stanley. Go and fuck off. You know what I mean? I've got no time.
It's quite a long way from the East End, that is.
Well, I've got no time for them, mate. No time for them. If they don't want to see West Ham win, fuck off.
Mike, when I said to you, what would you do if you was Nuno? You didn't say you'd put your big boy Pampers on first because you ain't mentioned them. Yes, have you? No, look, I think we need to incorporate 2 or 3. I really do. I would 100% keep Veltman at the back. I would try Myers again. I don't know. I mean, did Mav pick up an injury? If we might not have no choice to buy Golan Beckis in the side. Yeah, Young Engels, I don't think we got the chance, did we, to see what he can do. He's just in the team. And obviously we know he's going to play Bowen on the right. You know, and we know probably up front it's going to be Tati and
yeah, but what a difference in Bowen last night! What a difference in Bowen when he come on.
Yeah,
where's that Bowen fucking been in the league? Where's that Jared Bowen been in the league? He was fucking. It was like watching Bowen from a couple of years ago. It really was. He was on it last night. He was fucking on it. And maybe if that's the way to get a tune out of him, leave him sitting on the fucking bench and bring him on 50 minutes. If that's how you're going to get a tune out of Bowen, do the same again. But, you know, I just, mate, come on. Do you know what I mean? We can fucking get our shit together.
I want to win this League Cup now. We've won 2 games. I'm not going to play around now. I want us going all guns for it. I want to fill Wembley up with, you know, Claret and Blue Army, mate, without a shadow of that. Guys, on a downer, just before we leave, Juve is gone. I think we all realised it was happening. It's going to be 35 plus the 5 million add-ons, depending on what he does. 40 million. Personally, I think it's like someone told me, one of you boys, we doubled our money. I couldn't care less. I liked him when he first came in. I thought he crossed the ball, but he didn't cross it well enough. And he certainly won a left. But Martin, your thoughts on Juve?
First question is, you said on a downer. What's the downer about it?
You don't think there's a downer that we got rid of him?
No, because we doubled our fucking money.
Senegalese international?
No.
No.
He didn't want to play for us. See you
Yeah, I
later,
agree.
wing nut. Off you go, wing nut.
Yeah.
Do one.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't want him, mate. Don't want him.
Joe?
No, I totally agree with that. Yeah, if you don't want to play for us, fuck off. And we doubled our money, so you know, I mean, let's just hope they invested back in the playing squad.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Stu noticed that when all the boys, when they scored, it was great to see them have the interaction with the fans, and it was great to see them go over at the
They
end.
didn't get booked. It was fucking brilliant.
And Stu see Magasse, he didn't go over, did he? He just went
He
down
was
the
the only one. Everybody went over at the end of the game and clapped, and obviously the fans for being there. He was the only one that got up, turned around, and walked straight down the fucking tunnel. Well, if that's how you feel, pack your bags and fuck off. Don't bother turning up for work. Fuck off.
No, I agree. Listen, guys, we only want plays there that's going to play for West Ham. And then, boys, they showed it. Pride, passion, and I missed off youth and enthusiasm. It was an absolute pleasure.
I thought we were going to go an entire show without any swearing.
Did you swear?
I'll tell you what, we went an entire show the other day without me saying cunt. Sorry, Dougie.
Listen, do you know, it's been an hard day for Stu today, by the way, and he will tell his story when he's ready to tell it. But it's nice to see him with a smile on his face, because he'll be having his curry later, and that will be in his story. Take us out, Stu. It's great to be an Hammer, guys. If you want to come on the show, please write in the comments. Come on. Like I said, we appreciate every comment, and we appreciate everyone that subscribes and presses the like button and presses the net bell button, and I will get round to doing a live. Take us out, Stu.
Take care. Stay safe. Stay lucky, my friends. Come on, you Irons.